This video has been sponsored by Affler and Retainful.
Hey Shopify fam, welcome to the One Shopify Podcast, your go-to spot for real, no fluff strategies to grow your store. What you buy, Affler and Returnful. I'm your host Ashika, and today's episode it's gonna be straightforward. So I have Murat Kaya in the studio. He is the growth operations director at Shopney. He's seen Shopify evolve over the last decade, working directly with thousands of merchants and app founders. If you have ever wondered what separates merchants that scale from ones that plateau, Murat's insights are going to blow your mind, of course. So grab your coffee or green tea. I guess Murat's love both, and let's dive in.
I have my Turkish tea, by the way.
Oh, cool. Okay, welcome to the show, Murat. So first off, 10 years in Shopify is almost like a century in tech years. What kept you hooked all this time? What made Shopify world so much worth sticking around?
Oh my. So, we have started this Shopify journey with Shopney
Mhm.
a long time ago without having no clue or no information about Shopify. We just had a feeling that it's a big community. People are actually enjoying working in there. And then as we learned, we actually understood Shopify, I guess, has one of the best communities in all industries in terms of the
Mhm.
business communities because it's so active in terms of Shopify's gains from the community. Everyone is promoting Shopify. Everyone is trying to connect with each other. There are events going on, so there are so many different occasions to get together, learn from each other, and there are big and small players. So if you just entered the community, then you have actually chance to make friends easily, learn from them. Because I mean, like last month we have been a Shopify event in Vietnam. It was just fantastic, and Vietnam is a really huge community, and they have an experience of working with almost over 1 million stores
Mhm.
cumulatively. So can you imagine the amount of experience that you can
Yes,
actually get from them? The
that's very.
insights so valuable. So as we go along, so we have actually treasured that opportunity, and that's the humane side of it, yeah. But when it comes to the actual business side, Shopify is actually opening you a huge ocean that you can just play around. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can sell my product to India, to
Mhm.
Senegal, to US, to UK, learn from them, what do they do, etc. These are so important. But at the very end, if
Mhm.
we wouldn't have a successful product with is having a solid product market fit,
Mhm.
then
Mhm.
all these would be meaningful. So at the end of the day, you should have a solid product which is fitting the market needs, so
Mhm.
you can enjoy the vibe of the community. Other than that, it's just gonna be a story that you hear but you cannot live in. But we
Mhm.
are lucky to live in, yeah.
Great, great. So you have worked with multiple merchants, million or 10,000 more Shopify merchants at Shopney. That really insane. So out of all those convos, builds and battles, what are the recurring patterns you have seen in a brand that actually
Mhm.
scale consistently, not just, get lucky ones, but grow
Mhm.
quarter after quarter?
Oh yeah. So I mean, there are so many different aspects to growth dynamics, yeah.
Mhm.
So, but what I've seen, the ones who rapidly grow,
Mhm.
either having a disruptive business offering, let's say they come up with a product which does what the existing product does half the
Okay.
time, or getting delivered half the time, or make it like way more easier so they can actually disrupt the market, the existing
Mhm.
market,
Mhm.
or they actually create a niche which was
Mhm.
not existent before,
Mhm.
but people are actually getting like really a big interest into it, so they just like skyrocketing the growth.
Okay.
Or they utilize a new marketing channel. Let's say
Mhm.
2 years ago, TikTok. Yeah, it was
Oh,
free. You create the videos, you go viral. Yeah, so
The
You
buzzword
need to
there.
leverage that kind of aspects.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, if you are operating in a already saturated market, so
Mm-hmm.
it's not going to be easy to have a rapid growth, but you can still
Mm-hmm.
be consistent. You can still get into market strongly and grow strongly,
Mm-hmm.
relatively slow in
Mm-hmm.
comparison to those type of disruptive or new markets. But
Mm-hmm.
the ones that I've seen had a growth rapidly, actually from those aspects.
Okay. Okay. So, and what about the flip side? Those brands with amazing product killer design, solid offers, but they still struggle to grow, no? What's usually missing there? Is it the mindset, marketing, or something else they just don't realize?
Oh yeah. So I mean, I guess, if you ask that question to a person like me who is obsessed with understanding human behavior and the
Oh,
customers,
great.
I
Okay.
guess I guess that's the most important aspect, because in so many businesses, like there are merchants I look into, there are Shopify apps, there are other businesses from different industries and communities I look
Mm-hmm.
into. This is my area of interest, so I just like keep an eye. And the biggest mistake people do
Mm-hmm.
when they actually struggle, or they have an unrealized potential, it's actually they pay less or not enough attention to understanding their customers. So no matter what you
Correct.
sell, no matter what you serve, it's all an interaction in between human minds, okay?
Yes.
Although now the money transaction is done by cards, like this codes, you name it.
Mm-hmm.
At the end, the decision making is now still, even in the age of AI, done by human beings. Yeah.
Yes.
AI is really only in the recommendation point. So
Yes.
we need to understand, I mean, like as all businesses, we need to
Mm-hmm.
understand our customers better,
Mm-hmm.
understand what they need better,
Mm-hmm.
and go beyond their expectations. Because when you go beyond, you collect more plus points, and they will be also helpful in the future failures, to
Yes.
keep those customers retained, or to keep you away from negative reviews, negative testimonials.
Mm-hmm.
So this is actually how we achieved what we achieved at Shopney.
Correct.
From day one, we have, I mean, like me, I'm telling you, like I'm obsessed with understanding human and customer behaviors.
Mm-hmm.
So we have done our best to understand what our customer needs, what they want to achieve with our product or a product like ours. And we have always been hand to hand with them just to make their processes easy. So it actually applies almost the same to any business. Yeah. If you're selling online, let's say you're a Shopify merchant, I mean, like they expect to get the product be delivered, let's say, in 3 days.
Yes.
Just do it if you can in 2 days. Yeah.
Agree.
They want to expect to buy the product in for $90. If you can make it 85, then they will be happy. So that kind of stuff is actually making businesses grow.
Yes.
You cannot measure those metrics or measure those results uh, overnight, but in
Mm-hmm.
long term, big businesses are built in long term. Yeah, in
Yes.
long term, you will be doing that. Yeah.
Yes. So, okay. Switching gears to the app game, you have seen a ton of Shopify apps launch. Some crush it, some flop. What's the hashtag number one mistake you see app founders make when they step into this space? Like, what's the trap that kills the momentum before it even starts?
I guess, like I also check these Shopify app builder communities from time to time, like there are new
Mm.
guys. They're either doing the mistake of getting into a saturated market, let's say a loyalty app programs, that kind of stuff.
Yes.
It's already saturated. So you need to
Mm-hmm.
come up with something very, very disruptive. Either make it so cheap, either
Mm-hmm.
make it so quick. You
Mm-hmm.
need to make people make money or save time, or just
Mm-hmm.
make them feel good. So that there are like different aspects to disruption, without having a disruptive point.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, spending time, money, and effort in a saturated market, I guess, is not worth it.
Yes.
And still so many developers are doing that.
Mhm.
So I guess a business's destiny is actually written by the founder at the very beginning with the product market fit. So if I were a business uh, entrepreneur,
Mhm.
starting just now, I would spend my time to build a community first,
Mhm. Mhm.
understand
Mhm.
what people want, and then only then shape a product out of it. Otherwise, just spray and pray. Yeah, it was like that, like maybe 8 years
Mhm.
ago. Okay, around like 2014 to 2019, like
Mhm.
towards pandemic. Yeah, it was the case. You would have built any Shopify app, and then you,
Mhm.
you would you would just go. I mean, like profitable. But
Mhm.
today's market is very saturated. Every business is online. Building a product is very easy, with the help of
Okay.
AI.
Yeah.
So the competition is not in the product capabilities. The competition is in the product market fit.
Agree.
So you
Totally
need
agree
to
with that.
and the communities. Yeah. So that's how I perceive that.
Okay, that's very good point actually. And SaaS loves its buzzword, the product led, sales led, community led. We have heard them all. But in the Shopify ecosystem, where merchants move fast and attention is short, what growth lever actually moves the needle? What's the real,
Customer
what's
led.
just the LinkedIn? Sorry?
Customer. Yeah, customer led. That would be my answer.
Great.
Product led, community led. Yeah, I mean, like it at the end, it all boils down to customer.
Yes.
Customer led is my philosophy, and
Mhm.
yeah. So when it comes to the other trends and the understandings, yeah, the
Mhm.
product led, yeah, you need to apply all the product led tactics. Yeah, so we actually have implemented so many
Mhm.
during our time with Shopney. So the product is now actually preparing in each step the
Mhm.
customer for the next step. Yeah. So
Mhm.
for upselling our new features or cross-selling the others,
Mhm.
and uh, making the customer easily flow in the desired process is is a
Mhm.
thing that you should already have. Yeah.
Yes.
And when it comes to Shopify, as you have a really vibing and active community, without
Mhm.
leveraging that, I mean, yeah, you would be missing a big opportunity. So there should be
Mhm.
also an aspect of community led. Yeah.
Yes.
But at the end, I guess the most important is the customer
Customer.
led, as I call it. And I guess when you meet with your customer at the point
Mhm.
where your service is actually, or your solution is actually solving their problems,
Mhm.
you actually almost have no chance to lose.
Mhm. Great. And what's the one underrated strategy you wish more Shopify app founders actually used? Like, what kind of move that's not flashy, doesn't go viral, but quickly drives real growth for the long time if it is done right?
Yeah, you mean for Shopify merchants or Shopify app builders?
Store owners. Sorry,
Store
app
owners,
founders. Yeah, app founders.
app founders. Um, I've seen, especially this year, so many Shopify app founders are doing great job in LinkedIn.
Okay.
Yeah, that's very important because
Mm-hmm.
I have a couple of friends who has just launched a couple of apps in the saturated markets, by the way, but they're
Mm-hmm.
so active in LinkedIn. They share everything in a valuable way for their community.
Okay.
And uh, I guess as they keep doing it for the last 6 months without
Mm-hmm.
having a benefit, they wouldn't have done that.
Yes, yes,
I also
agree.
I'm also like getting frustrated to myself.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I'm not as much active as I want to be in LinkedIn.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess for a for a new startup in the
Mm-hmm.
Shopify app ecosystem, I guess LinkedIn would be very beneficial.
Yeah, that's
Because
definitely true.
community
Mm-hmm.
is actually uh, not only consistent of the other app builders, your competitors, or like
Mm-hmm.
let's say Shopify's big C-level managers. It's your customers are also there, you know.
Yes.
Your
Yes.
partners are also there. So having an activity in the community, a meaningful activity, I guess will be very helpful. And LinkedIn is a great channel for that.
Yes, I totally agree with this. Even for the outreach of the podcast work and all, no, emails are really outdated.
Oh
Everybody
yeah,
is very super active on LinkedIn, but when we send an email, the response are very, very late.
yeah. I totally agree.
Yes. So let's talk affiliates. Shopify ecosystem thrives on collabs, partnership. It's in the DNA. So where does the affiliate marketing fit in today's growth stack? It just nice to have or a major untapped channel app founders and merchants are sleeping on? What do you think about affiliate marketing?
You know what? So I will be first self-critique.
Mm-hmm.
So in our growth operations, Shopney, I am actually again frustrated to myself that we haven't actually implemented a well-established affiliate marketing channel for
Mm-hmm.
our business.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, it's an untapped opportunity for us because
Mm-hmm.
you know Shopify community, Shopify
Mm-hmm.
world is so much interconnected. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
with one right connection with
Mm-hmm.
one other app builder,
Mm-hmm.
you actually have an untapped audience of 100,000 stores, you know.
Yes.
With the other one, it's 50,000. With the other one, let's say 10,000 from US, 2,000 from UK. So
Mm-hmm.
you have a huge opportunity. And I guess affiliate marketing in a community which is very as interconnected as this one
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
is always a miss if you do not leverage that. I'm feeling so guilty of that.
And to the other fellow store owners or
Yeah,
merchants
maybe this
watching.
is gonna be a wake up call for me. Yeah.
Yes. And
Thank you very much,
current
Nancy.
and currently the sponsorships and the partnerships are open for the podcast. And also our sponsors return full enough blur are also open for partnership. You can visit the website, DM us, and you know what happens next. So yes, what's the biggest no you have seen when merchants or app founders kick off an affiliate program? Like what's the one mistake that kills the momentum before the commission even lands? What's your thought on that?
Oh yeah. So you know, most of the people perceives this affiliates
Mm-hmm.
in a position that like I mean like we do all the work, we do everything, and they just share a link and they get like X%.
Yes.
They underestimate their
Yes.
value,
Yes.
although they're actually following them, you know,
Yes.
they're
Yes.
craving them. This is a really interesting. I just don't want to use bad words, but I mean, like, this is a really interesting mindset. So you follow that guy, you want something from him, and
Yes.
you underestimate him, and you look down upon. So if you want something from someone, you should be first the giver. Okay,
Yes. Agree.
so take the scorpion out of your pocket,
Mm-hmm.
share as much as you can in the profitable level with your
Mm-hmm.
affiliates,
Mm-hmm.
okay? And then see how people actually bringing more clients to you or bringing more sales to you, you know?
Yes.
You should be generous without before
Mm-hmm.
expecting anything from them.
Yes.
I guess that's the number one mistake. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like I told you honestly that we haven't established a decent affiliate marketing channel for ourselves, but I had the chance to look into so many different affiliate programs, both
Mm-hmm.
in merchant side and also the app builder side.
Mm-hmm.
Man, yeah, without giving, it's not fair to ask for anything, you know? So you should be
Yes.
generous, make them win, you know?
Mm-hmm.
With that feeling, they will also, I mean, like do their best to bring you more because they know they make good money. They
Yes.
make they good profit. They make their good, just like good benefits.
Yes.
So I guess that's the number one mistake. So for everyone who are actually willing to or planning to launch an affiliate marketing program, put your affiliates first
Mhm.
and see they will also put you the first. So
Yeah.
at the end, with the two-way street, you will be the winner, or both sides will be winning, and that's what you want.
Yeah. Like the quote, what goes around comes around. Give first, then again.
Exactly. Yes, 100%.
Yeah. Okay. So what's the biggest no-no you have seen when merchants or app founders kick off an affiliate program? We have discussed it, but yeah, like what's the one biggest mistake that kills the momentum?
Here's the momentum of the affiliate marketing program.
Yes.
I guess after like considering you have a momentum, then you think you did things right, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So uh, if you have a right system established, then it will actually self-motivate itself, yeah, for
Yes.
both parties.
Yes. Yes.
So if you have a running program, then don't touch it. Do not think in a way, okay, now I'm satisfied, I'm just kind of saturated with
Mhm.
enough affiliates. So if I just cut their commissions maybe like 2%, 5%, I will be making this much, because individual affiliate will be making, let's say, $10,
Mhm.
but you will be having so many affiliates, so you will be making a huge amount of money. If you cut them 1%, then you will be making like maybe $100,000 more.
Yeah.
So you can go after that, then that would be your biggest mistake.
Agreed. Agreed. Too much of something will make us greed, and that will end up
Oh
cutting the
yeah, exactly. I
commission.
mean, like, if something works, especially uh, let's say your affiliate program with all the members is just like a community, when
Mhm.
you when you
Mhm.
spread when you spread something, smelling really bad, then it's
Mhm.
it's just gonna actually be taking a huge reaction.
Yes.
Yeah. So if I were having a decent working affiliate program, I would just like have like really hard time to touch it, not even thinking about it.
Mhm. Okay. So, real talk. Do you think Shopify is switching up how it handles partnership and referrals lately, or good, or what's your thought on that, or is it bad? What it is?
Um, my honest opinion. So I guess Shopify is diversifying their partner profiles as they
Mhm.
move more into upmarket.
Mhm.
The enterprise level customers are more of a target for Shopify now
Mhm.
in comparison to 4 or 5 years ago. It was
Mhm.
more entrepreneurial community back then and platform back then, but today they just want to bring in more enterprise customers.
Yes.
And this is also creating a shift in terms of how Shopify treats the mid-level partners, I guess. And
Mhm.
maybe you have already heard Shopify cut the partner payout, changed their partner payout program. So they're now paying less amount
Mhm.
to their partners. And at the end of the day, I mean, like we are only in business.
Mhm.
So 1 year ago, Shopify was relatively more partner friendly from that
Mhm.
regard,
Mhm.
and I think they're less partner friendly with the latest action. But I still believe in this community. I still believe in Shopify. Shopify also knows without
Mhm.
partners, without this ecosystem,
Mhm.
it's actually easily replicable. So the
Yes.
technology of Shopify, you can replicate it in
Yes.
1 year time. Okay, with good amount of skillful people, you can
Mhm.
just do it very quickly, but you cannot replicate its community. So if Shopify kills its community by
Mhm.
itself, then
Mm-hmm.
it's suicide. So Shopify won't do that. I guess the guys who are
Mm-hmm.
leading Shopify, like all these guys in the C-level, I guess
Mm-hmm.
they already know that this is actually at the core values of Shopify. So they just don't want to kill themselves. So yeah, that's what I think.
Let's hope that they're not killing themselves.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's talk playbooks. So, say you're consulting a six-figure Shopify brand in 2025. What are your top three go-to growth moves you drop that would have them scaling fast? Like the real do this now or stay mid kind of stuff. What is that?
Mhm. Um, that's not an easy question. So for a six-figure brand,
Mm-hmm.
considering they already have a decent, smoothed, streamlined processes and
Mm-hmm.
established brand. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So as customer acquisition will anytime soon get any easier than this,
Mm-hmm.
customer retention is the key, and the biggest customer retention tool is your brain. So beware of what your existing customers who are making you six figures now
Mm-hmm.
want and might want in the future. So
Mm-hmm.
in this brutal competition, you don't lose any of them. Yeah, that's actually the most important part. And you know, having a flexibility
Mm-hmm.
to act on new trends
Mm-hmm.
as you make six figures now, maybe like it's just like made by a team of 10, maybe team of 100, I
Mm-hmm.
don't know. But
Mm-hmm.
having that flexibility to act on the trends, I
Mm-hmm.
guess, is very, very important, because when you have that flexibility and agility in your culture, then if TikTok opens something new,
Mm-hmm.
which constitutes an opportunity for you, then you can leverage on that. If YouTube does something, you can leverage on that. If there's an opportunity to leverage AI in your business, then you can simply just go and leverage on that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess uh, I cannot give any magical tactic for today, because like it's very easy for everyone to see the tactic, and just that's why we have actually competition in almost every aspect of e-commerce now. However, keeping an eye on your customers, keeping understanding them, and keeping that flexibility of the team and the culture just to shape around and with the trends, I guess is the core trait of a brand who can uh, grow. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Now
Did you
let's
like my answer? Was it satisfying?
yeah. That's I found it interesting
Yeah, I
actually.
understand.
Yes. In the last episode, actually, we talked about CRO and we had it in a different perspective, and now it's in a different perspective. I like different perspectives. So, yeah.
Lovely, lovely.
Okay. Now, flip it new. Shopify founders vibes. What's that 0 to 100 customer roadmap look like in 2025? Like step by step, how do they go from just launch to yo, we have got the transaction? What is that?
Okay, cool. So, I mean, it actually reminded me of our early days.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you have just launched your product on Shopify, you
Mm-hmm.
already have an advantage of Shopify App Store. Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So it brings you free traffic if you have a product market fit. So you will be having traffic almost instantly. That's number
Mm-hmm.
one.
Mm-hmm.
You need to let everyone about your
Mm-hmm.
product, because no matter how good things you're doing,
Mm-hmm.
if no one knows, it makes no
Mm-hmm.
sense. Yeah. So you
Mm-hmm.
need to let people around you know about it. Okay.
Agree.
And affiliate marketing is actually one great way to do so. Yeah. Because you
Yes.
don't pay anything unless someone brings you money. Correct?
Yes.
So if I were you, I would also think of that.
Mhm.
And once you have your first customers,
Mhm.
do your best to spend the most amount of time with them to make their processes easy, to
Mhm.
get feedback from them, and to get
Mhm.
reviews from them. Okay? That's
Agreed.
that's very, very important because at the
Yes.
end, today, even at Shopney,
Mhm.
we still have the most amount of traffic from Shopify App Store because we have a very, very good customer satisfaction rate.
Great. Yes.
All Shopify App Store, we are
Mhm.
one of the top ranked apps, not only in mobile
Oh,
app builders, but also in the entire Shopify App Store, above
great.
1,000 apps. Yeah. So it's helping us a lot.
Mhm.
So, and as Shopify App Store having that much of importance, your
Mhm.
Shopify App Store listing
Mhm.
with all these screenshot videos, decent explanation must be perfect because that is where your potential customer is actually making a decision to install your app or
Mhm.
not. So it
Okay.
should be absolutely perfect. So
Okay.
do nothing, focus on that,
Mhm.
make it perfect.
Great. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Since we talked about the amount of reviews you have, the amount of customer satisfaction you have. Say, for example, the app is new and they're struggling with, having downloads itself. And how will they even get the customer reviews there? New app founded 4 months back. The customer reviews just 2 or 3, and they have 4 stars, 5 stars rating. How do they even scale that?
getting reviews is, I mean, like, it's still a hard thing for us after thousand
Mhm.
reviews and 5-star rating on
Mhm.
average. Um, just put yourself in your customer's shoes, okay, for a moment.
Mhm.
What would make you motivate to leave a 5-star review?
Mhm.
First of all, imagine your customer's journey.
Mhm.
They type something, they found your app, they read your listing page. Okay, let's install this app. And
Mhm.
what do they expect? They want to find
Mhm.
what they have been promised
Mhm.
in the first place in your App Store listing page. So make sure your promises are
Mhm.
actually things
Right.
that you can show up with. Okay?
Yes.
No false promises,
Mhm.
otherwise it's gone. Okay?
Okay.
Go beyond the expectations of your customer. No one wants to, let's say, keep you, no one is actually expecting you to, let's say, spend your entire day. But if it's necessary, spend
Mhm.
your entire day with the customer for the first reviews. I have done that.
Cool. Okay.
I have done that. Me personally, I was actually
Mhm.
taking care of customers in the very beginning of Shopney.
Interesting.
I remember customers I spent 3, 4, 5 hours,
Oh, great.
chatting. Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. I mean, like, not 5 hours actively chatting, but
Mhm.
3 of those 5 hours actively writing and just like stretching it to 5 hours or 6 hours time.
Mhm.
And I was just trying to understand what they want,
Mhm.
what they want to achieve and go beyond.
Mhm.
And then when you catch a happy moment, an aha moment. Let's
Mhm.
say you were working with the customer to achieve something, like get something done, make an
Mhm.
integration, etc. Simple stuff.
Mhm.
If they say, thank you very much, Ashika, it was perfect, you have been awesome, then you ask for a review.
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay? You do not want to miss that point.
Yes.
You
Okay.
ask in the right time, in the right way. Okay, so they will be actually, and people are really, really generous, by the way.
Yes.
Merchants are really generous. Check
Mhm.
Shopify App Store. There are millions of reviews for so many different apps. People are generous. I mean, like, you should trust in them.
Yes. Trust in
Do your
people
job
first.
first, and then trust, and then ask for things.
Yes. Okay, so we are heading into the lightning round. Quick answers, big truths.
Okay.
So, one word to describe Shopify in 2025. I'm curious what you'll say.
Yeah, less partner friendly.
Okay.
Mhm.
And a Shopify merchant you think is killing it?
Oh my God. So there is this brand, like I was giving a workshop in London a month
Mm-hmm.
ago, and one of our merchants who were listening to me in the workshop mentioned this brand called Titan Casket. They are selling coffins, coffins.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Coffin, they're selling coffins online. I mean, like
Great.
whoever listening to this, whoever listening to this, go check that website, titancasket.com. They're selling amazing, amazing caskets, and they have a tagline, buy now, die later. So it's just like amazing brand. So that was, I guess, killing it. I don't know. I mean, like they're really successful by the way with the sales as well. But I mean, like their
Yes,
branding, their positioning, I mean, like their business at the core is just like really fascinating to me. So I mean, I
yes.
just don't want to die now. But if I would, I would have definitely allowed one coffin from that brand.
Wow, that's really interesting. And
Yeah.
an app you think more people should use, the underrated app.
Sorry, tell me again.
The underrated Shopify app that people should use. What would be?
Oh, underrated Shopify app.
Yes.
I guess as I'm still not satisfied with our popularity, Shopney is very popular. I mean, like in its own, but I guess it would be Shopney, because my biggest struggle is just to see people having no idea about the opportunity they're missing out on without having a mobile application, especially when they have a proper brand, a decent amount of traffic coming into their website from mobile. They already have a decent product line. They can sell more than one item to one customer during a year time. So retention is, I mean, the key now for
Yes,
success.
yes.
So mobile application is a tool helping you
Mhm.
with engagement, the mobile conversion rates, decreasing marketing ad spend, and increasing the retention. Four key metrics of e-commerce.
Yes.
I guess, yeah, Shopney is still underrated
Oh.
when it comes to the impact it can bring. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I can Shopney there.
Okay. Affiliate marketing in one sentence. I
Do
mean,
it right, do
yes,
it right,
yes,
and thank me later. Affiliate marketing is a gem.
yes.
Yeah.
Guys, we'll
Listen
drop his
carefully.
LinkedIn in, the description. You can go thank him later.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, definitely. We'll be waiting for that.
Yes. What's a go-to newsletter for staying sharp? What is it?
Sorry, tell me again.
What is your go-to newsletter for staying sharp on the recent trends?
There is this news that may I check? I don't remember
Yes.
the name.
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, the the newsletter from Caitlin Burgoyne for marketing, and it's called Why We Buy. That's my
Okay.
stuff.
Oh,
Maybe you have heard of it.
no, I'm not aware of that.
Yeah,
I'll
Why We
sure
Buy.
do check that.
Yeah, Why We Buy. I guess this is a good one because it's again all about understanding the
Mm-hmm.
psychology and the customer.
Yes. So, okay. Last one. Most underrated skill for growth operators. Every time you pass, no, I'm very curious of what you'll come up.
Oh yeah. So, you know, it's it's gonna be just maybe repeating myself, but
Mhm,
having an ability to use tools, making like huge processes, datas, etc. I
mhm,
mean, like that's helpful, but at the end of the day, you should know what to do, you know? And it's it's again about boiling down to psychology. If you can just figure out psychologically what your customers, what your boss, what
mhm,
your team member wants,
mhm,
how you can motivate them,
mhm.
understand what their motivation is actually the single most effective, single most important skill.
Yes,
It's the most important business skill.
yes.
Having an ability to think properly, because
Mhm.
everyone can think.
Yes,
Stupid ideas are also coming after a thinking process. So
yes,
everyone thinks that they can think, but only the ones who can think right can do things right
yes.
and make decisions right. Okay? It's like writing. I mean, like as a copywriter myself,
Mhm.
started my career as a creative copywriter.
Interesting.
So I mean, like that was the one of the hardest stuff to deal with, you know. Everyone
Mhm.
thinks they can write, but why there are copywriters after all billions of people are going? I mean, like thinking is also the same, okay? About
Right.
what to think, how you think is very important, and how people thinks, understanding that,
Mhm.
figuring out that psychological insights and
Mhm.
implementing those into your business is the single most effective, most important business skill.
Yeah. Do you have any book suggestions for psychology, for sales?
Sorry?
Do you have any book suggestions for, psychological sales related books? Do you have any kind of
Oh
recommendation?
yeah. So what I would say, not the book, but
Mm-hmm.
I would suggest checking out Alex Hormozzi's
Mm-hmm.
podcast, which is called The
Mm-hmm.
Game.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, that guy knows how to think, how
Mm-hmm.
to how to digest
Mm-hmm.
the psychological insights about customers and what motivates them. I guess that would be
Mm-hmm.
very, yeah. Because
Right.
like in this age of my life, I mostly consume uh, podcasts, long form educational videos to collect information, to learn things.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I still rarely read books, but I will be honest. So like the latest and the most up to date psychological insights I collected was from videos, and Alex's The Game podcast would be a really good suggestion.
I connect with the reading book thing. I have a great wish list to get it done, but it's still sleeping in my cupboard.
Oh yeah, so it's almost everyone's
Yes.
every like yeah.
Every new year, we'll take a resolution to complete 5 books per year or something, per month or something, but it will never get completed.
Yeah,
Okay.
keep it young, no problem. Yeah.
Yes. All right. The final drop. What's one hard hitting lesson from your 10 years in growth you wish every founder, merchant, or marketer just got? Like the kind of thing that you learned the hard way, but you wish someone had told you someday. What was that?
Mm-hmm. Cool. I guess the one of the hardest lessons I learned at
Mm-hmm.
the very beginning, once we started this business, we were thinking that the entire Shopify merchants community
Mhm.
is our target audience. So let's say there are 2 million Shopify merchants back then, and we were thinking, oh, like if we get 1% of it, we will be millionaires.
Yes.
Maybe that's not the case, you know? So the market is not that broad. If you sum up all the mobile app builders' customer bases today, it
Mhm.
wouldn't make 50,000 Shopify merchants out of 4.5 million.
Mm.
So we were actually mistreating ourselves. We were actually thinking that we are so slow, so unsuccessful. We cannot crack it, etc.
Mhm.
But as I understand the community,
Mhm.
as I understand different types of merchants and what they need, and
Mhm.
if they can leverage a mobile application, if not,
Mhm.
going into those very veins of that community, I understood that was a really stupid idea. I was a rookie. I didn't know how to think, on that regard, and we have mistreated ourselves
Mhm.
psychologically very bad.
Mhm.
I come to a conclusion very late that we did a really great job, but after just pushing myself so bad, just punching myself in the head, in the face so many times. I was just struggling, and at the end, I'm really happy with what we have achieved in terms of
Mhm.
marketing, in terms of product. Yeah, Shopney is now an example app in so many regards. Yeah.
Kudos to you and the
So just to boil it down to one sentence, shape your target
Mhm.
wisely. Okay, so you cannot have, let's say, a target of a village when you don't have a bomb. If you have a rifle, then you can actually target one person. I mean, maybe that's a bit kind of miscommunication stuff, but yeah, you got my point.
Yes, I Okay, so this was a straight up gold. Thanks for dropping your 10
Oh
years
yeah,
of growth gems on us.
thank you very much. I mean, I hope you enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it.
Yes, and thank you for dropping so much value today. What a ride.
Oh
And
yeah,
to
lovely.
everyone listening, don't forget to follow the show, share this episode with a fellow founder, and join us next week when we talk about. I'm not
Okay.
spelling the T just.
Thank you very much, Ashika, for having me. And it was a great pleasure to be with you to share what I think I know.
Yes,
And yeah,
great to have
uh,
you.
fingers crossed for the next one, maybe next year,
Yes, we'll catch up real soon.
huh? Okay, perfect. Cheers. Bye bye.